Hi everyone, it's Allison here with New Little Life. Today we're going to compare two of my favorite breast pumps. This one is the Motif Luna and this one is the Spectra 1. They're very similar pumps, but there's a couple little differences that we'll talk about today. If both of these are an option on your insurance plan, you can kind of see them side by side and that might help you choose which one that you want. Okay, so first let's start with some of just the basic obvious differences. The first one that I see is the shape. So the Motif Luna is a smaller pump. It's a little bit more sleek. This would be a lot easier to fit in your purse or something. The Spectra has been around for a while. This is like the classic Spectra shape. It does have a little bottle holder in the back. A lot of moms like to fill these with M&Ms or a soda or something. But you also can use it to, when you're done pumping, put one of the bottles in the back and to hold it while you take care of the other one, and then you've got one there. So that's a nice little feature. But the Luna is a little bit more sleek. It would be easier to be portable in a purse or a bag or something like that. Both of these are double pump capable, so no worries there. They also both have a little night light. So the Spectra night light is right here. The Luna one comes out the back. There's a little bit of a weight difference here. So you've got the Motif Luna, which is 2 pounds. And then we have the Spectra, which is about 2.7 pounds. So the Spectra is a little bit heavier than the Luna. Now, while we're on the weight, the Motif company just came out with a new Luna, which has a rechargeable battery, which is awesome because that used to be one of the biggest downsides for the Luna when you're comparing it with the Spectra. But now you can get the Luna with a rechargeable battery, so that's awesome. The weight on the Luna with the rechargeable battery is about 2.3 pounds. So it's just a little bit heavier, but still lighter than the Spectra. If you're using this pump at your desk or at home, that's a really small weight difference. It's not gonna matter that much. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer and show you some of the differences on the settings and displays of these two pumps. Okay, so here's the setting and screens compared on both of these pumps. They both have double phase expression technology, meaning that they have the modes you can switch. You can switch between massage mode and expression mode. Spectra might call them something slightly different, but they're essentially the same. Massage mode is what you use to stimulate a letdown. It's a little bit faster suck, and the expression mode is what you use to get the milk out efficiently. So let's start with the Motif Luna. It's gonna start exactly where you left off last time you were pumping. So this one is starting on the massage mode. And one thing I really like about the screen on this one is it tells you whether you're in massage mode or letdown mode. So it's pretty clear what you're doing. You'll start in the massage mode. You can't adjust the cycles here, but you can adjust the suction level. That's the same on both pumps. Once you feel that letdown, you can switch it over to expression mode, and then you can adjust the cycles and the suction. So it goes down to 30 cycles, and then it goes up to 46. You can also adjust the suction levels really easily. Here's the lowest one. And this one actually goes all the way up to 12. A much more vigorous suck. I hope you don't need it that high, but in case you do, the Luna does have a slightly higher max suction than the Spectra. Max suction on the Luna is 280 mmHg. I believe the Spectra is somewhere around 260, 270. So a little bit more suction power with this one. But again, that's a lot of suction. Here's the little night light it has on the back, 3 modes, and it'll remember right where you left off when you turn it back on. So once you kind of figure out the settings that you like, you won't have to mess with that very much. You'll only have to just switch between massage or expression, and it will remember for you. The Luna Motif can go about 2 hours, it says, on a full charge, which is great. And then you've got the Spectra, which has for a long time been my favorite. But the Luna Motif is definitely rivaling that. So let's check out some of the differences here. This one also remembers your last settings, but it does start out in expression mode. So whenever you start, you'll need to change it into that massage mode, which is the faster cycle to stimulate that letdown. You can't adjust the cycle in this mode, but you can the vacuum. Same thing on both of these. So once you feel that letdown, you can go ahead and switch it to expression mode. Here's the lowest suction setting and the lowest cycle. The cycles on this one go up a little bit higher, which means that they're a little bit faster cycles than you can do on the Luna. Nothing too drastic of a difference, but a difference nonetheless. And then the max suction on this one is also 12 on the screen. However, the specs on the boxes say that this one is just a titch less than the Luna Motif. It won't quite be that loud when you've got the tubing hooked up to it. Again, you've got the night light here. This one is a little bit brighter if that's important to you. But otherwise, they are very similar. There isn't a display for the massage or expression mode, but there is some little wavy dots to tell you that you're in a different one. Okay, so I'm gonna put these on the same setting and I'll let you hear the sound difference between the two on the same cycle suction level settings. So here's the Motif Luna. Here's the Spectra. You can tell they have a really similar sound. These are very similar pumps. They're also both closed system pumps, meaning that they require this backflow protector here so that the milk doesn't get from the flange into the tubing and into the motor. Closed system pumps are really the way to go if you can make that work. The flanges and duckbills, backflow protectors are all interchangeable. They're exactly the same. So if you've had a Spectra in the past and maybe this is your second baby and you want to try something like this, that's an awesome feature because the parts are actually interchangeable. They're the same, which also means it's pretty easy to get replacement parts for the Motif Luna and the Spectra. I'll leave some Amazon links below if you need some of those. Both of these come with some bottles and some nipples in the box. You can also reorder supplies like this from your insurance company. So if you get either of these pumps through your insurance company, they will send you replacement parts, which is awesome. I'll put a couple links below on how to get a pump through your insurance company and where you can buy these pumps if you want to just buy them outright yourself or if you want to try and get one through your insurance. So there you have it. That's the differences on the Luna by Motif and the Spectra 1. These are both great pumps. I couldn't really tell you which one I prefer because they're really awesome. Just a few subtle differences. If your insurance covers either of these are kind of my go-to pumps for just like a good workhorse pump. These pumps are gonna do a really good job. They're not portable like some of the smaller ones, but they have better suction. They remove milk really well. And you just can't go wrong with either of these two pumps. If you plan on pumping a lot, going back to work, or you're gonna be exclusively pumping, these two would be excellent options for you. I've got several more pump comparisons on my channel, so don't forget to check that out. If you liked the video today, please consider supporting us on Patreon. I'll put a link down below. There's also some other freebies and extra stuff that you get for being a Patreon supporter. I'd also love it if you subscribed, and you can find me over on Instagram as well. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next time.